Hello, my name is Professor Smalley. This is welcome to Math 1342 Statistics. And this video is to kind of help give you a walkthrough of my course so you're not opening up the first day and wondering, where do I go, what do I do, this, that, and the other. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is going into D2L and finding the course. Now you can do that via My Lone Star. That'll get you in there. You can also get in there and you can see this address up here. I don't, the gray stuff, the d2l.lonestar.edu. And this secure login is the same thing as kind of going to My Lone Star. But if you go down here where click the alternate login, that takes you straight to D2L without having to go into My Lone Star, if that's what you want to do. All right, so let's come down here and click on the course. And here we go. I've already posted a welcome message, which I'm going to have to edit because as I'm recording the video right now, that you don't see the link here, but when the video is recorded later, the link to the video will be right there. So anyway, and have a link to the syllabus also. I'll show you where the syllabus is, and I've also already have the syllabus brought up for us. So we probably go through that first. And I'll talk more about this My Stat Lab. I usually put these on a syllabus, but I forgot. But it'll be right here for you. We'll talk about that too. That's the homework grade. You'll need to sign up for that. Get an access code. Sign up for that. That's where your homework will be located, and that's where the book will be located also. If you're using the book. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and just kind of go through the syllabus here. Just kind of hit the highlights. And always contact me if you have any questions. Make sure there aren't any bad typos here. All right, I'm not going to read that. I'm not going to read all that. Okay, so we'll be using, like I said, you do not need to get this physical textbook. It will be part of the My Stat Lab purchase. But that's what the book will be based on with the My Stat Lab. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, official day of record, withdrawals, okay. All right, don't need this, don't need this. All right, let's get to the good stuff here. How do we get a grade in this course? Okay. All right, let's see. We have a My Stat Lab homework average. And we have 3 exams each week. So this course is broken down to 3 units. And then strictly an optional final exam. You don't have to take it. You can take it if you want to. If it's better, it can't lower your grade. But if it's better than one of your 3 exams, it can replace one of the exams. Now the homework average automatically counts. So you can't say, can I just do the 3 exams and the optional final instead of doing the homework? No, the homework is a mandatory grade. And everything's equally weighted 25% each one of those. So the homework's mandatory. There's no other assignments or anything like that, or projects or anything like that. So 1 exam per week, but then the optional final, like I said, of course, in a 3-week class, the optional final is going to be about the same time as the 3rd exam, so you'd have to kind of do both of them probably. Well, you could take the 3rd exam a day early if you wanted to, if you thought you might be needing to take the final. Let's see. All right. So yeah, it's optional. You can't lower it. Say if you, I don't know, say you had 90 and 285s were your exam scores, and you took that optional final and made an 80, then it won't count. We'll count the best 3 of those 4. But once again, I want to say that the homework average is mandatory. Just a short class, especially to make sure any misunderstandings we're going to get out of the way quickly here if you're taking a 3-week class. All right, which this video is primarily a 3-week class, but probably would make a different video, I guess, for the long semester if I had this class again. Let's see. All right, so there's like 75%, 25% from the exams, 25%. There's your 100%. Okay, grading business. This little calendar just has everything by week, and I'll show you when I get in the D2L. This just shows the topics. You see they're all the ones they're broken down, exam 1, exam 2, exam 3. And then the optional final will just be kind of, there won't be any additional new material. It would just be, you know, a material from those 3 exams. Probably, you know, kind of evenly distributed among those 3 exams. All right, so there's no dates or anything on this, but obviously, you know, you just got to kind of work along and have that done before you. The exam deadlines, I'll talk more about that when I go into D2L also, but I'll open them, they'll all be open up, so you can take them early, but each one of them will have a Sunday night deadline. So you can take it before that. You can work a little bit ahead. I know it's kind of hard to think about doing that in a 3-week mini, but if you're able to work ahead, you can. But you know, no one's expecting you to in such a short class. So that we'll get to that, and I'll show you in the D2L thing. So there's that. Okay, I think that's really it from the basic administrative purposes of how the course is set up and all that. Okay, so let's come over to well, I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and just do the my math lab part first before I go to the D2L. It doesn't really matter. And I can show you that again, but that opening message is going to have, because I think you can go to this mymathlab.com or whatever, Pearson, and to sign up for it, you'll need like a credit card or whatever, and then it'll ask for the course ID, and the course ID is what is on that opening message that for the course there. I think it's Smalley 61502. Yeah, there it is right here. Now, I'm not sure how different this looks from a student point of view, but I'm going to hopefully it looks kind of similar. So I have to go down here and look at it from an instructor's perspective. All right. I'm sure for you it's just clicking on assignments. See, this is looking at it from my perspective as the instructor. I saw something that said assignments on that first page. That's probably yours. Oh, I didn't put the due dates in there. Okay, well, I'll just, you know, I probably should end them at the end of every week, but I guess I could, in case you got behind, I guess I can leave them open until the end of the semester. But you don't want to fall behind, obviously, so you're not doing all this at the last minute. All right. So let's see. Okay, so you have all the assignments here. And like I said, I need to add the due dates to that, no problem. But I can make them the last day, that's fine. Now I'm going to be setting another announcement out. I'm going to set up, I'm probably going to like drop a few of them, you know, drop the lowest scores for your average. And I'm going to show you a video how to use Excel because I never can get this thing in D2L or in my math lab to necessarily drop the scores and show the average correctly. So doing it via spreadsheet will make it more accurate, because I'm probably not even going to try to do it in here because I don't want it to be. So anyway, when I come up with that announcement, I'm going to mention that whatever, you know, the scores are important, the individual scores, but whatever this thing shows you your average is, don't trust it. You'll see how I explain that in another video, short little video. So there are all these homework assignments. You go in and do them to the best of your ability there, and let's see what we got. And that's all you have to do in here. Okay. In fact, you're going to see the way my lecture videos, you're going to see that I cover the content in the notes, and then I do some problems from each assignment. So you'll see me going into that. I think that's really all you're going to need from this. Is, like I said, I just need to get some due dates, and all right, you don't have to worry about anything else. It's only the ones that are check marked that are assigned there. So, okay, I guess I can probably go ahead and get out of this. Okay, and go back here, and there's the My Stat Lab course ID. And now let's go to the highlights here for this D2L stuff, content. All right. And so you see I have different folders and labels here, and different things. I think it's all pretty well organized here. So you see, like, you come over here to the syllabus is located then right here, and a couple other files I'll talk about here in a little bit. But so that's where the syllabus is located. Even though because any file you bring up, you can then download it as a PDF and open it up. You don't have to view it in these screens. And let's see. So see, they're grouped by each exam. And let's see. So there you go. So like I said, that calendar shows it on the syllabus, but right here, if you want to know what sections are exam 1, it's going to be everything that's in these notes for exam 1. And then we have lecture videos. I think those are very helpful. And there's those. Now, one thing I have to mention is I'm still working on in this course. I'm going to be out of town for a little bit, but I'll be working on while I'm gone. Is the only thing I don't have ready. Well, two things I don't have ready. One of them is I don't have the exam 3 videos done. I have the exam 3 notes done. I have the exam 3 review done, which I'll talk about in a minute. I'll show you that. But I don't have, time I got started and got as much done as I could. I couldn't quite get it all ready, but obviously you are going to have videos for those. So, I mean, if you give me a couple of weeks to get those ready, I mean, if somebody gets real far ahead, I guess, you could look at the notes if you wanted to, but just give me a little time. And each time I post a new video, I will announce it in D2L so you'll know that a new one is there. So you see the notes are all there for exam 3. I don't know why these all have the number 1 on them there, but anyway, probably edit that out. So the notes are all ready. 2/3, 2 weeks of the videos are ready. See, their exam 2 videos, just nothing for exam 3 videos just yet. And let's see, exam reviews. I have, they're all done. I won't really do one for the final. Because it's just going to come from the stuff that was on the first 3 exams for anyone taking the optional final. I said, I don't know how many we'll even need to or want to. Probably not very many. But that's the other thing I also don't have posted yet is well, I'll talk about that. I'll show when we get to the exams here in a minute. I don't have the final exam ready yet, but that's not a big deal. And then some charts and things that one of these charts, this first one we'll use in the middle unit. These bottom 2 Excel spreadsheets are very helpful for the 3rd unit. This course, the way I'm teaching this course now, as I'm making it really less formula based, and it's going to pretty much be where you can use a TI calculator. In fact, that's one thing I need to do for you too. I'll make an announcement and dump in. There's show you how to. I don't know how to do it for an Apple, but I found. Well, you can probably find one. I found a video on YouTube I'll post that shows you how to put a calculator on your computer. You don't have to go buy one because you're gonna be able to take these tests unproctored at your convenience, just by the deadline, and so you can put the calculator on there, and the other way will be with Microsoft Excel, and you'll be seeing me doing that some of the sections won't really focus on it that much, but you'll see me, and I'll constantly be talking about, remind you that, you know, for one type of item, you might prefer the calculator. Another time, you might prefer Excel. They're interchangeable. You can use one, whatever you want there. So you have two options to do these. So they're going to be less. I mean, you still got to know what you're doing. Don't get me wrong, where to put numbers and stuff, that sort of thing. But it's not going to be really as far as using formulas to do calculations. You'll see. Maybe I could bring up something and show you quick in the notes here. And I'll bring up something from. Let's see. I guess that could work. I think I might have left, you know, in there, you know, with the formulas, but then didn't really just teach it that way. Yeah, so there's a problem where it's showing you how to do it in Excel. Yeah, like this formula, I don't actually use that formula. Well, I take that back. I did right here in this example, but then I probably mentioned in the video, every time I use a formula like that, you don't need to. There's the calculator way. Oh no, that's not it. That's using a calculator way to do it. Yeah, so I'm telling you how to do it in the TI, and then how to do it in Excel. So I kind of show the formulas every once in a while, how they're implemented, but then you'll be just entering the numbers into whichever of these two you prefer. So I just want to kind of give you a heads up on that. I think it's going to work out well. I guess unless you find someone that's helping you that took statistics the old way, they may not realize how to do some of this stuff. So hopefully you won't need to have to worry about that. So let's go back to table of contents. So the notes and videos, and I showed you the exam reviews, the charts and Excel files. The only other things, anything I add, I'll make an announcement. I can't think of anything else we'll need. Let's see. There's the actual syllabus. This tells you how to review your exams. In fact, let me go to the exam, and it shows you how to actually enter them. Quiz means the same thing. Yeah, so I mentioned content. That's where all this material is. That's very important. Grades, that's just where your grades are going to be stored. Now, I have to put the homework average in there myself. So obviously, when it comes to the end of the term there, you're going to make sure I do that correct. But I really can't, unless I just did something in the setup of this. But anyway, when you submit an exam, the score is going to go straight to the grade book, so it'd really be hard for me to screw that part of it up. But the homework average is what you'll have to focus on. So anyway, making sure that I got it in there correctly. So the only thing we need right here is this thing called quizzes. Because, like I said, the homework assignments are in the Pearson My Stat Lab. So all we got's here. And I'll be making an announcement too that I have passwords for these. They're easy: exam 1, exam 2, exam 3 with no space. But I'll make an announcement for those. Just so I don't want somebody to accidentally open up the exam, and there's no way you would accidentally open it up if you had to type in a password. That just saves any possible mistakes like that. So you kind of come in here, click on it, and just, I tell you what, I'm not going to actually open the exam. I need to change, let me go back, and I have the ability to I can change this to student mode, and let's see how you'll see it. I got a little calendar over there to the right. Yeah, and I opened the exams, and those 3 due dates. I think as long as you actually start the exam before 11:59 p.m. on that Sunday, you'd still have the full, I believe I give you 150 minutes for each exam, 20 questions, multiple choice. That's plenty of time. You can use your resources and everything. That's fine. Because like I said, with the use of the technology, that the calculator or the Excel, once you know where you're putting things into, I guess my point is calculations aren't going to take you very long. In other words, because technology is going to make it go by fast. But I mean, I'm not saying that's easy, but it's still, you won't be having to do a lot of long, drawn out work. So I think you just kind of click on here, and then what does that say? 5. That's not right. Not 5 hours. It's 2.5 hours. Well, I'll go back and fix that. Well, I don't know where. Let's see. Looking at this from your point of view, I don't know. I thought you just click on it and click start down there. I'm looking for something that says start. I don't know. I mean, maybe you can figure this out better than I can. Okay, as you were probably laughing at me as I was doing this, if you caught this before I did, now I see why that didn't work. Why I couldn't click start, because it's not available until midnight on May 15th. So yeah, that's why I couldn't get it. I was wondering, you click on it, you click start, there'll be a start button down there to go, okay, I thought I was crazy there or whatever, but no, that's what it was. It's just not available. I guess if I could change the availability date, I guess, and just so you can see, but it's real easy. You just click on it. Now, when you go back to view it, now you can't, I'm going to set these up to where you can view them, though, not until like the next day after the exam period ends. I think around noon the next day on that Monday. That's the first time you can go in and look at them. But that Excel file, or not Excel file, that file that's under the syllabus that says how to view your submissions, I'll just tell you real quick. When you come back in here, so once again, keeping in mind they're not viewable till noon the next day, is you don't click on this again, because that's to take the test. You click on the blue part. Seems like you go back, you click on that again. That's not correct. You click on the drop-down arrow right next to it, right there where it says submissions, and you'll click on that, and that's how you'll be able to view it. So, all right, that's why I couldn't get the thing started there. So, and I think that's about it as far as, there's reviewing your quiz and exam submissions. Maybe nothing else to mention, but also be looking for, several upcoming announcements here, just various things in there. I need to put that video in there for the how to add the calculator. Then I'll put the exam passwords, and be a little video for how to do your Excel average homework. I may be a few days, I don't know. But anyway, be adding all kinds of stuff in there. So I think that basically summarizes what's kind of going on. It's the video, the notes, do the homework, and you got actual practice problems for each exam. They are way more problems than are actually on the exam. The 3 exams, I don't know if I'll put more in the final or not. I'm not sure yet. I'll let you know. But the first 3 exams, I can promise you, they are 20 questions, and you have 150 minutes to do each one of them. 20 question multiple choice, and no actual paperwork or anything to submit. And I think that'll do it. So I'll conclude this video, but just contact me if I can clarify anything for you further. Well, thank you very much. Let's have a fun little 3-week class here.